Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? Thank you, and welcome to another episode of the Kick It Podcast, brought to you by Kick It Labs. Of course, we are live as always from the beautiful city of Oceanside. I'm here, Victor V, and I'm there with Brewski, and I'm over there also with the production being done by Louis Loeb. Yeah, he might not be on camera or on the microphone today, but don't worry, he is part of the podcast. He's over there producing. But we also are hella kicking it with Aisha Banks. She is our beautiful guest of the evening.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you for pulling up.
I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
happy to
What
be
it
here.
do, Aisha?
What's
Finally
up?
pulled through to the Kick It Labs, huh?
Finally, I'm happy. I'm super happy to be here.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
bet, dude. Yeah, I'm finally happy that we actually came in full circle and actually got the interview down
Yeah.
and locked down. Hell yeah. This is gonna be a great upcoming episode. Yo, if y'all don't know about Aisha Banks, you better ask about somebody. Aisha, speaking about that, you want to go ahead and tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
yeah. So my name is Aisha, and I grew up in Oceanside. Pretty much like since like the third grade. I'm from LA originally, East LA, and yeah, I've been mobbing it out here ever since. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm very spiritual as a person, and I'm here to answer you guys' questions and give you guys any insight and maybe uplift some souls and people and spirits along the way.
Right on. I
Damn, all
dig that.
right.
I like that you said uplift spirits.
Man, that was a
Heck yeah.
strong introduction to the person right there. Honestly.
Thanks.
Uh, well, let's get right into it. You are the owner of Red Carpet Grooming, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, about how you started into that line of work and how you actually got into business for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So, actually, initially starting out, my mom has a grooming salon as well. And she taught me like early on. Like, I think the earliest I was actually like washing dogs and helping her at her shop. I was like 11 years old. And of course, I didn't take it serious then. I was just kind of messing around, helping mom or whatever.
You know, kids being kids.
Exactly. Like just trying to like envelop yourself in whatever your parents are doing. But then when I was like 18, I was trying to work my own jobs. I was working at like Denny's and other places, and it just wasn't working out. Like I couldn't really hold down a job. I kept getting fired and shit. So I was like,
kept getting fired, but you always kept getting into another hustle.
yeah, exactly. So I eventually like started taking my mom's shop like a lot more serious, and by the time I was like 19, I was like running her whole store. And you know, I wish that it's easy to work with your parents or your family business, but it's not. So I would say like maybe like 5 or 6 years later, I opened up my own shop. And as far as the journey of that, it was a lot. It took a lot of work to get it open, a lot of work to get the whole process like going from a thought form all the way until like it being a physical reality. It was a lot. A lot of the challenges that I faced, I couldn't even have prepared for them or thought that they were going to come because I wasn't expecting it.
Well, of course, you never really do expect the challenges and see how it is until you actually go through, the challenges themselves and go through and see what the progress is, what you have to do, and just basically endure all that and to come out like how
Right.
you did. You came out with your goal in
100%.
mind and you came out with the shop in mind and you located it right there on Coast Highway. You want to go ahead and give the viewers the address?
Yeah. So my shop is located at 1124 South Coast Highway, and it is kind of next to like a daycare center. So if you guys are looking to get a groom, I am by appointment only. So that means that you want to go on our website, www.redcarpetgrooming.org, and you can sign in there, create an account if you're interested in getting your dog groomed by a professional.
Man, that is crazy, Aisha. I could only imagine like how difficult it could have been to like get into that industry with so much competition out there. Like I see a lot of like the mobile pet grooming and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
man, to actually be able to open up shop in the city of Oceanside as well. In Coast Highway, one of like the historic highways out here. Like, dude, much respect. Yeah, it's not easy. I know, but man, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well in your little shop.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I mean, honestly, like when it first started out, it really was not supposed to go down like this. Like I had a vision that I would own a shop. It wasn't my thing, you know what I mean? I just knew how to do it. And like I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm very similar to that like when it comes to work, like I could be good at something, but that one was more for like okay, like let me like build something like a foundation, like that I can, let me build a stepping stone, was really
Yeah.
what it was supposed to be. But the way that it happened, it really was not on purpose. Like, what ended up happening is I originally wanted to move to Orange County. That was my plan. So I was going to move to Orange County. I was going to buy a mobile home and I was going to focus on music. That was literally my plan. And I was like already like, like working a lot. I was working like a few different jobs. And I remember asking my mom, like, hey, can I operate as another business under your business? So basically, like, I kind of wanted to like just pass out different flyers and like kind of build my own clientele in her shop.
Yeah,
And
basically have your mom's company as an umbrella.
right, as an umbrella. But mom's wasn't with that. Mom's was like, hell no,
Okay.
for,
Okay.
for whatever reason. But then one day she was like, why don't you just go get your own shop? And I swear to God, I remember like the day before that, I had a homegirl, and the homegirl was telling me like, hey, there's this building that's for rent. I don't know if you want to do your dog grooming over here, but this building is available if you want it. And as soon as my mom told me that, I was like, okay, yeah, like I might have to go ahead and like seek out that opportunity. And so I did. And I ended up, signing the lease, I think like the next 2 or 3 weeks after that.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah, yeah. This wasn't something that I looked for. I wasn't looking for this. I was
Yeah.
looking to make money at my mom's shop, keep hustling, and then even like go to the other direction, go be in Orange County. But it just didn't work out like that. But thank God it did, because the pandemic happened like during this time, like right when I signed my lease in April, the pandemic happened. Like, what would that be? That would be like about 8 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Hmm.
And how was that?
That is tough.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
crazy.
I mean, so fresh new business coming up, and then next thing you know, you got hit with the pandemic like the rest of the world did.
Yeah.
What was your mind state at that point in time?
When the pandemic happened,
Yeah.
I was so stressed out. I think we all were.
Yeah.
We were all stressed out. Like, honestly, okay, to tell you the truth, when the pandemic first happened, I was very happy. I was like, oh yes, this is amazing. Like, I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Regular life just put a big old pause, on us real quick.
Yeah, definitely. But then when you start losing income and shit, you're like, oh my God, like this shit is serious. This isn't a joke. This isn't no like lay around, play around.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy because there was so many people like during that time that were like getting like, what is it? Unemployment. Niggas was getting unemployment. All these things were happening.
Yo, fools were getting bags left to right.
They were getting bags, and I was upset at myself because I screwed myself out of those bags because I don't really like trust the government at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like anything that they want from us is like a setup.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Hey, gotta watch out for Uncle Sam.
But I really, really wish that I had like actually gave myself a chance to like, see what that was about, because I could have saved myself a fuck ton of trouble. Like as far as like having debts and you know what I mean? All these things that I have to go through now. It was a move that I should have made for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. And now with the stages after the pandemic, how you living and how's the adjustment?
Yeah. So after the pandemic and after the adjustment, I would say, it's another shift for me. It really is. It really, really is another shift for me. Like I've spent a lot of time. I'm 4 years now in business, so I've spent a lot of time cultivating the business, like making it my own. Like initially, one of the things that was important to me when I first opened my shop was like, okay, get every single client that you can. That comes from having like a bad mentor, because the correct mentor would tell you when you're opening up a salon, take your time. Go slow, build things like. You have to understand when you make a really big move, you have to also have time for yourself as well. Like self-care is like really, really important to your hustle. It's like hand in hand, and I feel like we get like a misconception that it's so important for us to just be grind mode, but that's really like not how you build like sustainability. People love that word nowadays.
Sustainability.
Yeah. But for real, you can't sustain if you're consistently burnt out. And so, like, I feel like if the things that I know now, I would go back and I would do it differently for sure,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like it all had to happen, It all had to happen so that I could figure out what I really wanted, how I really wanted to run my shop, how I really wanted to, like, even when it came down to like the people that I would hire, stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Damn.
yeah, being a boss is not as easy or as cool as it sounds, dude. I mean, it's a task.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it is.
everything right on your shoulders, thinking 24/7.
Hmm.
And then at that point in time, how she says, like, if you don't really like do any self-care or like take some time for yourself, then you really just start losing your mind, losing your grind. And then that does wear and tear you down to the point where you might start fucking up and making some wrong decisions.
Oh yeah, dude,
Hmm.
100. So everybody, if you're going through some shit, please talk to somebody, take some time off, and kick it. God damn it, just stop for a second.
With that being said, yo, we do want to tap in on the comments real quick. We do want to tap into one of our well, how can you say one of our regulars?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're not
Alan's
a bar,
always there, my
but
boy.
yeah. Yo, what's up, Alan? Shout out, bro.
Alan saying Oceanside.
Right?
And then Alan also saying every time I go to Oceanside, I feel like I'm home. Hell yeah, bro.
Hey, well,
Oceanside.
might as well just move over here and make it your home, bro. Hey, you're always welcome. Come on,
He
pull up.
says jobs be testing my anger. 100% emoji.
Facts.
Dude.
I feel you. Working with the family goes downhill, is what Alan says.
Hey, Alan, you got something there.
Okay, man. What's on to the next one? Much love to LA. Oh, is that an E?
I think it's LA
IE.
IE SD 760 and 619.
Okay, there we go. My bad.
There you
I got a
go.
lot of lights blinding me.
Yeah, and shout out to all the people who've been tuning in and now through the Instagram, dude. Like, there's so many names right here. Let's go.
And
I'm gonna start
Alan-
with this one. Texas 2015. Texas Exes 2015. Hey, shout out to you. Who else? Let me see. Malverde 760. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining in through the IG.
Hell yeah. And Alan still is saying right there in the comment, I might bring my husky if I have one.
Aw.
There you go. Coast
I might-
Highway,
wait.
dude.
It's like two things. But it's like, wait, it could only happen if you actually gets it. I'm like, oh wow, that comment, fucking Alan. And Alan's asking, you do music?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we're actually gonna get into that a little bit
Yeah.
after we get through.
And that's where I actually wanted to go back to, Aisha, because
Mhm.
you were saying that you stopped doing music temporarily to get your salon.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you were really passionate. You know, you were willing to grab a trailer and just move out of Oceanside so you could pursue your music. But are you still doing music currently?
Yeah, I am. It's just like having a business is like a lot. It's like a lot of work, you know. So I always kind of catch myself like having trouble managing my time, you know, and it's easy for me to like get in the studio, write a song, but the other part of it, which is like actually doing the music video, you know, like
Promoting yourself and then getting like the schedules down, getting shows, and then
Ooh.
just basically everything that comes with being an artist.
right,
Because not just doing the work and the art itself,
yeah,
but getting your art out there.
right.
It's also another beast.
It is. It's another piece, and it's another thing that you have to make time for, you know.
Yeah.
So time is gold, you know.
Oh, dude, and
Damn.
especially when you're when we've had this conversation before, like when you're an independent artist, dude, like some people don't see how much work goes into just trying to get your music out there, yourself out there. Like Bruce mentioned, like booking your own shows, being your own manager at times. You know, it's it's a grind. So shout out to all the independent artists out there putting it down, dude, because we definitely see and admire your work.
Yeah, we do.
Hell yeah. And we're still not done with the comments. If Louis could help me out there.
He doesn't have a mic, dude.
It said, Young. Where we at? Young. Hey, can you help me out there, Vic? Young Yachty?
Yeah, dude. Let me kind of just lean back a little bit. There you go. Wow. All right. So where we at?
My
Young
bad.
Yachty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Young Yachty saying,
Yeah,
that. Then that part, real talk. Thank you. I was going to say that part to when Bruce was talking. So appreciate that comment.
Diego in the building, southeast. Yeah, that. Oh,
Yes,
hell
sir.
yeah.
Shout out to the,
Yeah, that.
to the southeast, man.
Salute to all y'all. Hey, salute to all y'all over there también.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Then we got another comment over here by Prosperous Wealth Records. We all heard PWR.
Okay. We all heard.
I'm not sure exactly
PW.
what that acronym stands for. but-
Prosperous Wealth Records.
Oh.
Health proper, wealth
Ne-
rich.
Thank you, Bruce.
No problem.
Dude, I gotta take it to
Oh,
an
no, it
escape
is.
room.
And then Alan, I want to move back to Oceanside, but it expensive. My old pad in Tri City is $800K now. I believe you, my
Holy
boy.
shit.
I believe you. And Prosperous Wealth Record saying yes, sir. I always gotta say it when I read a comment like that, guy. We got anybody else tapping on the IG that we want to give a quick shout out?
Uh, Again, dude, just a couple of people going in and out. So much appreciated to everybody on IG. Of course, shout out to Penguin. He was tuning in real quick. Check out Penguin wherever he's at. Then is Shingo. Shingo, what's up, bro? We
Yo.
see you.
Hell yeah.
And Los Migueles. Shout out to Los Migueles.
Shout out to Los Migueles. And once again, if you haven't done so, give a like, share, subscribe, and also leave a comment. We are going through them as we power on through right through the episode. And once again, we have Aisha Banks in the building for the interview.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the Kick It Podcast brought to you by Kick It Labs. Damn, let's get right to and more into the music. Aisha, so how did you really get started into making music?
Music has always been like, well, actually, like it's really for me writing. Anything like that I can write is like something that I'm gonna find like a lot of peace in and a lot of creative outlet for me. So like whether it's like writing poems or writing stories, like I love that, you know. And so I think my first song that I ever made, I was like 9 years old. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 9 years old. I made a song and I was upset.
Why was you upset?
Yeah, was it a boy?
No, it wasn't a boy.
Oh.
I was too young for it to be a boy. No, I was just mad about my lifestyle, you know? I'm like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Like, okay.
Hey, life could be rough when you're 9 years old.
It can be really fucking hard. It really
It's
can
confusing
be.
at times. It's like, man, this is my world. You start developing, you start noticing things, and then things just start clicking,
Oh yeah.
and then you start recognizing. You're like, damn, life is tough, huh? It's
Yeah.
gonna be one tough ride.
Yeah, right. I think I realized right then.
Lord Jesus. Do you remember the song at all that you wrote at 9 years old?
I do.
Oh Lord help us.
Okay. All right.
I think it was like see times in my life things weren't fair for me. I used to go away and hide. yeah. And wait for mommy and daddy. They used to always be out going from place to place. One day I had an attitude, slammed the door right in their face.
Damn. Yeah, that sounds like a bad.
Because
bad
I would
9-year-old.
listen. I was an only child, so I was left at home like a lot, like way too much. That like a kid should not be left at home that much. Like to have to try to figure out, like like that shit was like. I didn't have a social life, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that was like my way of expressing, like, fuck this shit, you know.
Giving you like an outlook just to like express yourself, because once again, like only child, you don't really have like anybody to social with. Like brothers and sisters would be a good introduction in life to actually build up how to socialize with other kids, and also school as well, you know. That's
Right.
why. But when you really are a single child, then of course it, like how you said, if parents are always going out and about, you really have time by yourself, then that really does put a handicap on the social skills, because that's the point of time of development. You know, as kids, like we learn, on knowledge and also how to interact with people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can understand that.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I really didn't start taking like music serious until I was like I think I was like 15 or 14. I was a freshman in high school. I know that for sure. And I was sitting around, we was like all writing rhymes, and it was like me and a few other people, and then we all went in a circle and everybody spit their rhyme, and then like I'm with dudes, but my rhyme was like the hardest, and they was like, hey, like what's up, like they really liked it. So then I was like, okay, cool. So I know I have like this little thing here, and I just kept kind of developing that, and then eventually I became like so good at freestyling that I would just be like wherever I was when I was with the homies, whether we had to be at the beach or at a party, like I'm gonna get in on that rap, and I really loved that for me, because it was like a way to kind of show people like what I'm about. And then it's just fun when you're freestyle rapping. You guys know it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's a whole different element, honestly. It just, yeah, it's fun. It's hella fun. Bring freestyles back, please.
For real though, for real.
For real though. Alan also saying on that note, and what does he say? I'm gonna have to check the music out. I'm gonna do a reaction.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! You
Oh,
could
do a
reaction.
actually.
There you go.
Do it,
Actually,
Alan.
nice.
Yeah, actually, Aisha has actually got What was the most recent track that you had out? It was Swinging, correct?
Yeah, Swinging was the last song I did. That was like 6 months ago. About 6 months ago.
Jeez.
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Sounds like
Wow.
another single needs to drop soon.
It does. It really does. It really, really does. You're not lying about
There you go.
Yeah.
So are you cooking up on anything? Do you have any projects in the works right now?
Yeah. I have some songs that I plan on releasing. Um some of my songs I'm like, damn, like which ones really do need a video? You know what I mean? Because that's
Mm.
another thing. Like you have to be like decisive. You know? So time management, decisiveness, all these things like go into like, you know, building something important. But for me, um, I don't know which songs I want to have like full on videos to and which ones I just want to make like little lyric videos to. But I mean, either way, I need to just get to it, you know,
Lyric videos are dope too, because then
hmm
you could always just put some dope ass visuals.
behind it.
Just yep, right behind the
Yeah, something
lyrics.
simple. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are pretty badass.
And also, especially how like you put the lyrics to come at you too, always adds to the effect. Honestly, like sometimes I'll even be watching some music videos. I just be watching the lyrics, like the lyric videos, just because like I like how like they use the like the scenes in the backgrounds, and also how like the lyrics are just popping up in their own way.
Hmm.
So damn, that's actually a good thought process to go right behind that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's right, Aisha.
Thanks. Thanks.
Mm. We got any comments on the IG, Vic?
No, I just been pretty clean so far. But I did see your video for swanging, and I wanted to ask
Hmm.
how that came about.
Okay.
It- did you already kind of have that like meditated, or you just kind of went for it and pulled up to the studio somewhere?
Yeah. So actually that studio was recorded at the at Gordon at Gordon Studio. So we had done the video there. And what else happened? That was kind of on a whim. Like I had already recorded that song. I don't remember how many months before I had recorded it, but I recorded it and then I figured out all the outfits and everything in like probably like 2 hours. And then we just went down there and we recorded it. My dude recorded it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like the different types of colors between scenes. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was a fun one to do. It really was. Like I was definitely in my element. I think that was like one of those times where I was like not really feeling like the shop that much. I was like, fuck that. Like I have to have like some sort of creativity going on in my life. And so I retaliated positively with that video.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You basically went out to like the outlet that you knew growing up, which was right back to full circle, right to music.
Yeah.
Damn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad that you said it was at Gordon's studio, because not gonna lie, when I was watching the video, I'm like, man, I think that's Urban Water.
Yeah, you're like, this looks familiar. This
A
looks
little bit,
familiar right
yeah.
here, man.
I know this is sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Quells.
Yeah. Shout out Kels on 10. They call Smiley.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out. Shout out. Hell yeah. Speaking about that.
Mhm.
And then let's go ahead and tap right back into. All right. So now that you have your shop going all through,
Mhm.
what is the short-term goal that you have for the shop at this time?
The short term goal I have for the shop to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, so I get it. So achieve boss status to where your business is sustainable to like it could be sustainable on its own. You don't got to be there and like have to worry or check up on it. It's just
Yeah.
function and it becomes its own living entity right there.
Yeah. I think like when I first started off my shop, I was like 6 days a week, and then it went to 5, and then it went to 4. And now I'm like down to 2. So the less that I can work, the happier I'm becoming. But it's also kind of stressful because I'm so used to being there. And then I'm going through a transition right now to where I find guilt when I'm not working, you know?
Mhm.
Like I find guilt for like, damn, but like I don't want to lose clients and I don't want this and I don't want that. But if I focus on everything that I don't want to have, I'm not going to be able to be at peace with what I do want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like I'm trying to do what works for me and just trust that the universe is gonna have my back and like not like, you know, not be stricken or held down or like, you know, kind of like in the grasp of greed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that shit is so toxic. Like money can only get you so far. You know what I mean? Financial independence can only get you like so much happiness. Like once you're financially independent, you're good. You know what I mean? But then what I think we do is like we keep telling ourselves like more and more and more and more, you know, but like why the more? You know?
Yeah.
Like I think one of the biggest things that I recently realized is like your why for why you do things is like really really important, you know. But then also it's important to like go back and check that why. Is that why still relevant to you? Like you have to like assess that over and over again. That way you're not wasting your precious life, because who knows how many hours a days we have here. You know what I mean?
True shit.
Damn, you just been really hitting the hammer on the nail today on this interview.
I've been meditating. I've been meditating. I've been meditating hardcore, dude. I've been like really on that like clarity shit, like for real.
I can tell. I can tell. And then I also want to tap into like being, and this is going to be tapping into like being an aspect of being a business owner.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
you hire employees,
Hmm.
what are the things that you look into an employee, and what are the red flags that other business owners should be aware of?
Okay, I'm very glad that you asked that. So, the first thing, this is so funny because I just had a conversation with my homie about this. The first thing that you want to make sure about, like when you hire an employee, is you're not. I used to do this, right? Like I used to hire people and be like, damn, like if they were too quiet or too timid, I wouldn't want to hire them. I wanted people that were loud. I wanted people that made me laugh and smile immediately. But that's not a job quality. You know what I mean? Like that's like something that you want like for your personal life. Because what happens is sometimes you hire these people who are like happy and goofy and they end up being crazy. You know, I'm serious.
That part.
Like
Yeah.
y'all know, like when we go to job interviews, like we might try to laugh or like a little bit, but like we'll follow that by like, you know, the owner. But like we're not like we're there, like honestly, we're usually nervous. You know what I mean? So that's number one that I would recognize. Like, don't go for the person that is going to be so smiley and happy, because why are they so smiley and happy? Like, are they going to be goofing off at the job? Like, this is something you really have to think about. But I didn't think like this, because I'm thinking I'm in a shop where I want all the dogs to feel comfortable. I want all the people that come in to feel comfortable. So I'm thinking about it in a way of like, this person is going to be able to provide that warm, fuzzy feeling. I'm not looking at it like, oh, this person's going to slack or they're going to goof off. So that's number one. And then I would say like number two is, you know, don't have a soft spot for people. You know, having a soft spot for people leaves you in a vulnerable position. And then it also, you know, essentially it just ends up causing problems over time. So a lot of times where I would hire people, like for example, right, I had like a homie that used to work with me at my mom's shop, and he's a good dude. He's a cool dude. He's a hard worker, but he has, you know, some addiction issues. And your soft spots can show up in your work spots, you know, or in your professional life. They can show up anywhere and everywhere. And what I ended up doing was I ended up giving people chances over and over again that really didn't deserve them, because I saw potential in them. But they would fuck me over in the end, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
cause me a headache. And, you know, it's like I have a soft spot for people who do drugs, because I've also had to go and overcome drug addictions as well, you know? And so I always felt like, yeah, you know, I can lift this person up, you know, I can be the good example that they need. But that's really not how life works. You got to like learn when to fall back and when to step back. So don't have a soft spot. And then, number four is the biggest part when it comes to hiring is honestly your system. Your system is going to stand for you more than the person that you're hiring. Like there's a reason why like McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or any of these companies are able to hire so many different ranges of people and get them to work in their shops properly. And it's because of their systems that they have in place. So what I really regret and what I wish that other entrepreneurs would do when they are starting something new, keep records and files of the systems that you already have. So whether that's like how you open up your shop, you know, how you clean your shop, you know, video tutorials of whatever it is that you do inside of your shop based on whatever task it is that you're completing. Those things are really, really important. And I should have took advantage of those things when it was slow. Because by the time my shop was busy and I did need to hire, I'm teaching people while I'm working. And that was just stressful, you know?
Yeah.
And it is time consuming. And so now moving forward, it is about that system. That system is always going to be your gold. And then you can have once you're building that system, you can go back and you can tweak the system. You know, when it's time to change things, you can. But it's not so much who you hire as much as how clear are the instructions for the people that you're bringing on to your company.
Damn, ladies and gentlemen, take some notes. Asia Banks just dropped some sick, heavy knowledge on this podcast, man.
That's important.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
thank you.
And we do got more comments
You're
coming in
welcome.
from Alan. Damn, Alan's on one today. He's like swinging. Even the name sounds hard. 100% fire emoji. It's a
Thanks,
fire
Alan.
track, bro. Honestly, it is.
It is dope, bro. You gotta check it out, man.
And then Alan's also, I'm trying to record a song in the studio. I'm calling it RPG story,
I love that. That's awesome, Alan.
and then get the fuck out of there with the laugh emojis. Every time I'm at work, I be laughing like the jokes. Wait, what was it say? I be laughing like the joke
Like the Joker, bro.
Joker while I'm packing meat.
That's good. You want to be in a good mood while you're at work.
I mean, laughing like the Joker when you got like a laughing condition. Okay.
Yeah,
Never
but
sh-
that's Alan, dude. You should kind of expect that from him.
yeah, I feel it. That was a good one, Louis. Alan's also saying never show soft spot to people. I learned that the hard way.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's one of the notes that I took in like the heart of this, dude. Like, yeah, don't have a soft spot for people, dude. And it's hard, because just like you said, you want people to be warm and fuzzy and welcome, but sometimes they could just take advantage of that, dude. It is a vulnerable spot, and man,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's a tough place. It's a tougher world out here when we have technology and so fast that like people's have minds have developed at a faster rate than I can say society, and where we gain a lot in, we can also lose a lot in another place. And in this, and I can see that like boundaries have been one of those things that people have forgot most of the time, because we also got social media. I mean, we got people putting like other people's lives like on the live, and then from the crazy shit that they do from having like a mental breakdown or whatever the shit's going on right there, it's boom, that person's life is completely over or it's changed dramatically.
Yep.
And where do we draw the line with boundaries, and where do we draw the line where it's like we invade someone else's privacy? It's like, what business is yours on somebody else's business, because you don't know exactly what's going on in the full situation. I mean, leave it be, of course, if it's serious, like you got to intervene, because some people do need some help, in which this is why we have a system in society in which we put the monsters away at specific places. And
Right.
there's a right time and a place to intervene, but you also just got to know the signs, which is tough.
Mm-hmm. It's tough because you have to go through the signs to see the signs.
Right.
Like, let me tell you something.
Damn.
Like the first time, like, cause it's like the drug thing, right? Like that wasn't the first person that like had a drug issue that I tried to like help and like guide the right way. But the first person that was like, doing this to me, or the first person I was trying to help that was displaying these characteristics and habits, that person lasted in my life a lot longer time. And then by the time I got to the second person that was like that, they were out of my life in 2 weeks. So you need those experiences so that you can start getting sharper on when to cut them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get better at it. You get better at identifying like, hold on, what the fuck they just say? What the fuck they just do? Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a no. I'm keeping that list right here. Like you got like probably like one more half of a thing that you could do and your ass is gone. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna have to terminate this. We're gonna stop this right here. And that's with everything. That doesn't just relate to business. That relates to relationships. That relates to family even. You know what I mean? Friendships.
Yeah.
And within ourselves too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, everything in life, I believe, comes like in a pattern. So you just start to see
I
how
love
to figure out the
that.
patterns, like in
love
life,
that.
whether like having like a good workflow, whether having like a good morning, like people how like to start off like, hey, if you like to wake up and just like sit up for like 10 minutes, just like kind of give a blank stare and just like meditate in your own head, like give that restart and like your objectives, and kudos for you. Or if you like to get up and just head straight to the bathroom, get freshen up, or if you get up or go have coffee, just basically like the pattern and like the routine of just life itself, but also the patterns to notice like the red flags in life.
Yeah.
Like, when you're slipping, or when you notice there's some toxic things trying to come into your life where that's not the pattern that you want in your life.
Right. Right. Yeah. Boundaries are a beautiful thing to have, and they're a beautiful thing to hold, and they work both ways.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah, most definitely. And shout out again to everybody out there tuning in and commenting through the YouTube, through the Spotify, IG, wherever you may be at, man. We do see a couple of comments out here also on the IG.
Alan also says that's just weird what I just said, what I just did.
It's all good, Alan. Don't even trip,
I
bro.
meant to put the 100.
But we had a Getting Low Photography over here saying, what's good, Kick Labs? Hey, what's good? And thank you again for all those pictures and footage from this past Saturday.
Alan saying the McDonald's what was it said? The McDonald's clown? Oh hell no. And I'm the Filipino in black. I'm the wait that Alan. I'm
What
not
the
gonna
hell?
say that. I'm just gonna leave it like that, my boy.
And Ellen also says, I'm gonna say this for me. Everybody, if you meet someone who seems hella happy, they the ones with the most pain. Alan, I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. But there's a time and a place. You know what I'm saying, Alan? There is a time and a place. And work is usually not the good place where you want to see somebody being too happy in the beginning.
Yeah, honestly, I just don't want to see him because I'm like, fool, I gotta come to work. Why is this motherfucker happy?
Hey, some people do drugs on Mondays. But we do have a couple other comments over here on IG. Once again, from Getting Low Photography saying, chilling right here editing while listening to the best podcast in Dago. Honestly, we don't know if we won the award, but thank you. We do appreciate that.
Awesome.
Then we got a couple more comments again. More content on the way, Kicker Labs. Hey, we're definitely looking forward to seeing what else you guys are coming up, man. Then Plantology Oceanside saying, hello, guys. Great podcast. Hey, thank you, Plantology.
Oh yeah, shout out to Plantology, also one of the businesses right there located on Coast Highway.
Yes.
Yep. And lastly, we got Kells on 10 saying she fine as hell with a little smiley face and hard eyes.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for the comment section. And how about we go take a break, guys? You guys
Yeah,
done with that?
we can go
All
ahead
right,
and
cool.
give a break.
Sweet. All right. Well, before we go and take our break, just want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors. Of course, Urban Water for providing the hydration. Full Metal Burgers. Burgers so damn good. You don't need no fries, but you do want the fries. Pull up to Escondido, the Purgatory, in front of Black Plague Brewing, 7 days a week. Also with the location in Oceanside. Shout out to the draft. Shout out to OAW. Shout out to Natalie's Fashion, Street Knowledge Hydraulics. Shout out to Woman Workout Wear. And of course, Old School Saturdays, man. Bringing in that G Funk and that dope DJ vibes to downtown Oceanside at Oceanside Sports Bar and Grill every single Saturday.
What's going on this Saturday though? There's something special going on, right?
Hey, man, if you've been tuning into the podcast, I think you know, but we do have Zach pulling up and doing his section with the talk box. So pull up this Saturday. It's gonna be sick. Throwback Zach.
Yeah, Oceanside is gonna be turned on Saturday with Throwback Zach coming in the mix, bruh.
It's gonna be a sick one.
Yeah.
Just like this episode, don't forget we're here with Aisha Banks here at the podcast. Don't go anywhere. Keep on kicking it. We'll be right back. This is Kick Podcast. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And we're back. Thank y'all for hanging on through the messages. Don't forget, we are here kicking it with Asia Banks. And now we're here on the second half. So if you made it this far into the Spotify, on the Apple Podcast, on the YouTube, wherever you're at, hey, much appreciated.
Hell yeah. And it's been such a great episode. Yo, we do appreciate all the viewers tuning in when we do these episodes. I mean, the Kick It podcast wouldn't really be what we are now without you guys just viewing in every week or every other week, tapping in the like, sharing it, and also spreading out the word, you know? Because one of those comments right there saying like watching one of the best podcasts in Diego, that shit hits me from time to time. It's all like, because that just shows like, we are getting the recognition for the hard work that we're given at this time, and so for the rest of the team here at the Kick It Labs, like everybody does see the movement. I mean, honestly, I didn't even see what it is, how you guys like call it a movement, but now I can just see the beauty of it, where it's all like this platform is growing and the team that's right behind Kick It Labs, we're all strong in our own ways, and this is pretty much, we're all dedicated right to the game. I mean, at this point, I'm feeling like I'm just stuck in the game until I see it on the way through, bro. Whether it ends good or bad, I got to see how this ends.
And funny thing, like we were just talking with Aisha and Louis behind camera about that, being persistent, and everybody has a day. Not everybody wants to like always be happy or be in camera or be on the radio, whatever it may be, but sometimes you just gotta tough it out and grind through, because that's really how you get places, dude. You got to keep moving forward. You can't, you could have like a small rest, just like how we mentioned earlier, but you got to keep moving forward. You got to keep pushing the envelope so you could really reach your goals.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Facts.
Damn, we really all just been on a good motivational tip on this episode.
We're lifting spirits, aren't we? I mean, we kind of said that in the beginning. Well, we would smoke, but I think we need a lighter first. So
that's true.
Whenever we get a lighter, then yeah, we'll
what
alter the perspective.
What happened to Pinky?
What happened to Piccolo? Piccolo, what happened to you, bro? We miss you.
Piccolo did give a heads up notice.
Yeah,
he did inform us, because Piccolo will not be here today as production, but Piccolo will be here tomorrow for the Michael Gabriel podcast. For y'all want to tap in and tune in right there tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
One.
Ooh, I had to get that in, my boy.
Right. Well, Aisha, since we were on that like whole spiritual tip,
yeah,
I kind of want to know a little bit more about that. Like, what was it that got you into like meditating, or like, go? Man, I don't even know how I would phrase it really, but like, just be taking care of yourself. What made you kind of change and try to change yourself?
A lot of accidents. Like I said earlier, I've had a lot of drug addictions before, and it's not so much that like I was like super addicted to like nothing crazy. Like I never did meth. Only did blow like one time, literally
allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, literally only one time at the age of like 15. So yeah, I was like onto the drinking. I was onto like weed heavy, you know. I did get into like some Percocets and stuff like that, like some of those downer medicated pills, you know.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and I had people around me that, you know, it was easy for me to get to. Like a 16-year-old or 15-year-old should not have access to, you know, Zans, but I did. You know, I had a nanny that was I had a nanny and she was like 70 years old, right? And um this nanny was like the fucking nanny from hell. So
Yeah, she used to whoop you or something.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
She didn't used to whip me. She used to give me drugs. Like she would have the drugs. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Her, yeah.
So
Old white.
so one of her ways to like like keep the kid in control. Uh, that's too diabolical.
Me and
I shouldn't put a narrative out there like that, but I couldn't resist. You know.
yeah. Now, me and Jane, we were homies, you know, more than anything. We were really homies, you know, but like her having that access, like, you know, it was easy for me to get things that I shouldn't have had my hands on, you know, like even my grandma, I remember one times like pulling up on her and then she would buy us 40s and shit like that. So this is stuff that was like natural to my upbringing. We were all doing it. So my issue with that one though was that I would be the one to take it too far. I'll be the one like literally in a like literally overdosing, you know, ending up in the hospital. I've had to get my stomach pumped out when I was like 14 years old from drinking and stuff. And another incident where I was like downtown by the beach and I was drinking and I fell asleep in the fucking, you know where like the Regal bathroom is it the Regal or the Krikorian? It's the Regal,
No,
right?
Regal.
it's a Regal.
I was at the Regal.
But the jewelers, right? Like on the back bathrooms.
Yeah, I
Okay.
fell asleep over there and I fell asleep. This time I was like probably like 17. So I fell asleep and then when I woke up, I was having those little sticky patches that the ambulance puts on you, you know, and I'm like snatching them off. So it was a lot of mistakes that I would do back to back that like brought me closer to spirituality because I knew that I was seeking something more, but I would just run to like substances in order to get me through, in order to help me relieve myself, you know?
Yeah.
And so it became like one of those things where after a while I had to rely on a higher power to help me be strong. And that's where my journey with spirituality really started, was like really recognizing like, okay, God is a part of me. I know he is, because every time I get in trouble, I would end up in a situation to where like there's no way I'm gonna get out of this, or like damn, this is so bad, like I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this one this time, you know? And every time it would be like a blessing for me, you know? Or, you know, it would be like he would let me know, like the universe would let me know, like, okay, I'm gonna show you not to do this, but I'm within this at the same time, I'm also gonna make sure that like you come out okay. And that's how I knew, like, okay, I need to keep going this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that you say spiritual and didn't have to like lean on kind of like something more religious, you know, where you kind of go to a church and kind of go through groups. Like I feel like you just really tune into yourself 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Do you,
mean,
do you think that's the real importance when people apply to like the sense of spirituality in their life when they're talking about like personal growth? They have to be like entwined and fully all there with themselves.
yeah, yeah. Like I literally started to like um you told me earlier, you said oh, the religion and the spirituality thing. So that's where people get like a bad rep, you know, like, or spirituality or God gets a bad rep because like I don't know, you know, even as a kid and all that stuff, you know, there was times where like I was always spiritual, but I never wanted to be a Bible seeker, you know. I never wanted to be like a Jesus freak or whatever they call it, you know, because of the stigma that comes with that. But it's so much more when you like actually try to understand it. But if you're afraid and you're not ready, you're not going to want to like look a little bit deeper, you know.
Yeah.
And when you say like as far as people and having like a spiritual intertwinedness to their personal growth, it does come hand in hand. I started to realize, damn, how come all the most successful people are talking about putting God first? Like why is that such a similarity across the board? And I began to realize like it seems like the higher you go spiritually, the higher you can elevate your funds. It's the higher you can elevate your relationships. You know what I mean? It seemed to me like a beautiful formula that these people were following, and I wanted to know more about it.
Damn. Wow, that was a great
Yeah,
explanation.
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think there might be a formula out there because yeah, I've kind of got into like the law of attraction and certain
Nice.
little things like that, you know. And if you really focus, well, really, if you just focus on anything, you're gonna create change and you're gonna manifest whatever you want, dude. And that's, but it is a process, dude, and it does start with like taking care of yourself. So I'm there with you, Aisha.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge process, like my last slip up wasn't even that long ago, but that was a slip up that, encouraged me to like really, really, really take sobriety seriously for me. You know what I mean? And especially just with the drinking alone, the drinking was the hard one to kick because it's easy to get to, you know what I mean? And the weed, it's like you still have control, you're like in a good vibe, in a good state, but for me, drinking alcohol was like, kind of destroying my life. Yeah, it was.
Mm. I can feel that. I can feel that.
You're totally right. Alcohol, I think it's really socially available and acceptable.
Mhm.
So like even just having a glass of wine, like everybody is just super cool with it. They actually want you to join, and just man, yeah, alcohol is super tough to kick.
Yeah, it is. It is because you're having fun while you're doing it. So how can you tell yourself no, don't do this when this is so good?
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's what we try to learn as a country in prohibition. We saw how that went.
Yeah.
Eventually, we just said, "All right, let's just make this legal again, so we just avoid all this trouble that they just went through." Ah, Lord.
Yeah. And actually, Bruce, too, there was a time, I don't know if you remember this, but one time I had hit you up and, we went down to the beach and we had grabbed some 40s. And at this time I had to been like maybe 21 or 22, somewhere around
Yeah.
there. And we were down at the beach and you were talking to me and you said, Aisha, I was stressing about something. I don't remember what it was, but you were like, Aisha, you know what? What actually does have a lot of answers? And I said, what? You said the Bible does have a lot of answers. And I was like, At this time, I really wasn't even woke like that. But just hearing you say that, like, I swear to God, like that never left me. Like, because it turned out to be really, really true. And then for us to be so young, you really did know that,
Yeah. Well, of course, because at this point in life, I gotta say I could relate to you like on the challenges and like the struggles, because this is Oceanside,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and we grew up in Oceanside,
Right.
so we could relate on to the struggle and the trouble, as we all could do, right?
Right.
Coming down to that, a lot has to do with family and friends, and just learning and being open.
Yeah.
This is where like learning to read the literature and also look at it, like how you say people find it important when people are saying like put God first, and those are the people that are like getting like the most out of life, and you
Mhm.
start wondering like why, and like, oh, there's a pattern to it. Oh well,
Mhm.
well, the literature right to the Bible itself is not all of it, because some people could go a little bit nutty with it, and I can see why.
Right.
We
Right.
seen a point in history at times.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stand by it, some who's gonna go right behind it,
Right.
allegedly. But you look at the scriptures, you look at the deeper meanings at different things, because it does come out with different stories, which means it's different explanations,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and not just the Bible itself. Because really, honestly, to any religion, they have their own Bibles, everywhere around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's like what's cool about it too is like that's another pattern. Like, how come all these stories are like super similar, teaching the same lessons, leaving the same little clues.
Right.
Yeah. Same little, and honestly too, like you saying, like we're from Oceanside, like yeah, like like Bruce, we met because we were at
Right, Claire Bergner.
at Claire Bergner Academy. This is where they
Dang.
send the reject kids.
We're right there in the PE room.
Right there to be with Mr. Sprinklers, right? Mr.
Yeah.
Sprinkles.
Yeah, he's.
What was it, Mr. Spring something?
It was Mr. Spring. What? It was like Mr. Springs.
It was Mr. Spring
something like that.
You say Sprinkles? That was his last
Mr.
name.
Mr. Springs.
Wow.
Mr. Springs.
Sprinkler.
Mr. Springs,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Wow.
Don't quote me on this. This is a legend. But yeah, right there, Claire Bergner at the gym room,
Yeah.
and bro, like I learned a lot from that school, not just because of like not studying, because of course that could always be done. We could always read books and like take tests and all that. That shit comes easy. But learning life itself, just by like everybody that's around you, because we're like you said, we're at that type of certain school. So like our other classmates all around, let's just say everyone got stuff going on, So
Yeah.
you just start learning and taking it. But then at the end of the day, you go ahead and sit right next to them, and we're all just chilling.
Yeah.
We're all like kind of have like shitty situations in a way, but we're all vibing.
Right.
We're all like, yo, bro, I just want to be living my life. I don't really want to,
Yeah.
want to be dealing with all this bullshit, but we have to.
Right.
And that's where that sense came through. And was like, yo, man, like, I mean, shit's gonna be tough all around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what.
Mhm.
Like no matter the situation, like whether you're being in a good situation, because it cannot just always be a physical thing, but a mental thing, just like your way of thinking. And
Right.
you could have like a shitty way of thinking just because things are going pretty shitty all around you, you know? And
Right.
so it's really tough to stay positive.
Yeah.
But that's the whole beauty of the progress itself, is like you're learning to be positive
Right.
throughout all this.
Right, right. And honestly, like shout out to those teachers at Claire Burner Academy.
Oh yeah,
Some of
shout
you
out to
guys
them.
gave me like so much inspiration. Like I swear to God, if it wasn't for certain teachers, I probably would have never graduated, gave a damn about school. Like they gave me so many chances to graduate in the first place. I didn't really graduate until I was like almost 19. It's kind of embarrassing, but that's like part of the product of like, like going to that school and like,
Oh, I'm the same with you right there, like till 19.
Yeah.
Just because remember hustling, because at that same time you're going to school, you're also working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Just because school was supposed to start and stop doesn't mean that the bag wasn't supposed to start and stop.
Yeah.
I had to pick that up.
She honestly, Aisha was the first one to give me one of my first jobs in life, bro. Remember that?
Really? When?
Yeah, remember
Where was that, Bruce?
when she got me to get hired at her mom's shop
Oh,
to
really?
take down the phone.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you were
you
gonna
was doing
say.
phone calls?
Yeah, remember that?
Damn, that's crazy.
Was it
I
at the
don't remember
groomers?
that.
Yeah.
What?
I don't remember that. That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. So shit, so
That's
I
fire.
can relate to it.
That's fire.
That's fun.
That's
Damn.
dope.
Well, sorry guys, but we do have a lot of comments that came in through the IG this whole entire time, and
Oh damn, my bad.
no, it's all good, dude. Like the podcast was going, it was sick, but a lot of people started timing in once we started talking about like the whole spirituality stuff. And especially,
Of course.
yeah, we
That's
had
awesome.
RM tune in. He's probably the longest chat over here, which was he does believe in God, and he also has studied other religions, and they get deep.
Nice.
And but he was also upset that Piccolo did not make it. But it's all right, dude. We already had cleared it with HR. He had the day off. He had booked it 2 weeks in advance, so he was good. But we do have Louis as the producer of the evening, man.
That's why I allegedly say he didn't prove it.
But also we had we had Louis Lope going down over here with the chat and with RM the poet, since I wasn't really fully into the comments just yet, but and dude, it just keeps on going on. So to everybody who was out there in the IG and was able to read that chat, hey, I hope you had a good time over there with RM.
Is it like a whole conversation
It
going down
really
with
was,
RM?
dude. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I don't know. I think we stopped over here with Alan last time through the YouTube.
It says nanny from hell. I need a Bible.
Yeah, and Jane was crazy. Like, Jane was a 70-year-old white lady that used to live with us, and we would go into CVS and she would steal shit, and nobody would think that it was her because she's a 70-year-old white lady.
Oh damn!
You know what I mean? Like she had all the exterior to get away with multiple crimes.
And she knew that,
and so she did. Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, I don't
Crazy as
blame her
fuck.
at all. At that point in time in your life, like you're at that age, you might as well just go all the way all through it. I remember one time I'm going to get my hair cut,
Yeah.
and then they're just talking about like getting old, living like in a retirement home, and like like let's say like people will be grabby,
Mhm.
you know. And then I heard somebody comment, it's like, well, if I do get old, like I don't mind being that perverted at that senior home. I'm
Oh
already
my
at that state of
God.
age, like shit.
It's so funny.
I ain't got that much to go.
Time to risk it all.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, if your time is getting short, I guess that's somehow how some people want to go out. You know what I mean?
Boys, don't ever put me in a retirement home.
We won't. Dude. We won't.
just if you got to do it, just make sure I'm watching the sunset over the pier.
But then we won't do.
You'll probably take it as far as me looking at a fridge of 40 ounces for a last drink. Huh? That's as far as I'll get.
I don't know about a fridge full, dude.
Don't even got my
maybe a
fridge full.
3-pack. Call it good.
There's only 3 motherfuckers in total there. Is what you telling me? Damn.
No, we're just gonna
One
buy
empty.
a 3-pack, dude. That's how. No 40s even, dude. It's just a straight tall boy.
Just a straight tall boy.
Yeah.
Damn, when I think tall boys, I think of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
All right then. Get a 3-pack of PBR.
That's I mean, if I had to take it as a last drink, you know what I'm saying? I probably would do something better than that. I mean, shit, give me a bottle.
What?
The first one I was thinking of was Hennessy. That would be at the last drink. Or some
Cognac.
cognac would be the way to go out.
I thought you were gonna go for tequila.
Oh nah, tequila is like
No,
I'm already trying to kill
maybe.
off my day and shit. Like
Yeah.
if it's the last drink and it's like the last ride, it's like I'm not gonna make this a quick ride.
No, you want to go slow.
There we go. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And tequila is just hella fast paced. After you start back, throwing them shots, then you all in.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Tequila is fun though.
It is fun.
Sick. It gets cool after the fish shot.
What's
Mhm.
what's your favorite kind of tequila, Vic?
I don't know, man. Some cheap shit, probably Cazadores, honestly.
Nah, don't say that,
Is
bro.
Cazadores
Like
good?
if you had to
Cazadores good.
pick, like out of the whole selections, like hell, you can even pick like the rocks tequila. I mean, what would be your selection?
I think Cazadores, dude. I don't know. I grew up drinking that shit, and I just like it, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So even if I put like the whole selection in front of you, it'll just be that.
Dude, well, I mean, if you're giving me money, then I'll probably buy me $1 million bottle, bro. Fuck it, why not? But just on a budget shit, like just everyday, just throwback.
Mhm.
Cazadores, man, reposado.
The go-to.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Cazadores, is that the one with the there's like a animal on the front?
yeah. I think it's a
with
like
the
a
antlers.
deer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that one, that
exactly.
shit is good as fuck. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I remember like, and this is like while I'm still not drinking.
Mhm.
Right, I had a backpack like months ago, and I had like a bottle of tequila that Vic actually like brought through. Remember Vic?
I don't, man.
You don't? Nah. Well, yeah. Well, I would carry around this bottle of tequila with me in my backpack, and I'm not drinking, but I'm kicking it with all my homies, and we're all still having a good time because I'm still going out and about and hanging out with people. Like the way how I'm living my life should not change how you are living your life.
Right.
So I'm just down to hang out like in like the regular sceneries. Basically, it don't tempt me none.
Right.
But I would tempt other people because I'll be having a tequila
Yeah.
in that backpack and be like, "You want to take a shot?"
Do you remember what kind of tequila it was?
It was that bottle way. The same way you just said right now.
Oh, the
Cazadores.
Cazadores?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple of people on the IG that commented. They're talking about like what would be a last drink. A lot of people were saying tequila, Don Julio, 1800. But RM came with the true knowledge and said that he would drink water.
Wow.
Yeah, urban
Nice.
water, matter of fact.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn, RM, man, he always does have water on him though.
No, well, he said Crystal Geyser. I mean, I think everybody
Modelo.
knows that that's like his favorite water. But we'll see, RM. Maybe we could bring you over here to the urban waterways.
I'm about to toss up an urban water pack.
Right.
Even if I have to sacrifice. But shouts out to once again for Urban Water coming in strong for the sponsorship this season. We do appreciate the water, and it's some damn good water, man. This is the best water in San Diego. I tell you what.
Sick. I'm with that, dude. I second that. And shout out to the rest of the sponsors too, dude, who help us and get us through this show and make it possible. Of course, shout out to Natalie's Fashion, Adam Vista, OAW, The Draft, Street Knowledge, Old School Saturdays, Woman Workout Wear, and all you, man, who take your time to pull up on the YouTube, on the IG, on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you stream us, man, for real. Thank y'all.
And don't forget, best damn burgers in town. Full Metal Burgers, Oceanside, front of Black Plague. They also got another location right in Escondido. Burgers so damn good you don't need no fries, but they'll give it to you in Escondido.
Yes, sir. And once again, we were here with Aisha Banks, and Louis was a producer because Piccolo had a day off.
Hell yeah. This is the Kick It Podcast brought to you by the Kick It Labs. Aisha, this is going a great episode. We're still kicking it. Remember to tap in. Go ahead and leave a comment. If you haven't kicked that like button, go ahead and like. If you haven't subscribed just yet, go ahead and subscribe. And just wherever you're listening in on this, thanks for tapping in and kicking it with us, honestly.
Yeah.
Aisha, I do gotta ask.
Yeah.
Oh, now I did ask you for the short term for your business.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say will be the long term for your music?
Long term for my music is it's gonna look like some more consistency of dropping projects, you know. Um, for me, like the music essentially part of for me, that shit is very, very easy. Like it's really easy for me to make a song, but I have to be in the mood, you know, or I have to be going through something that I need to push out. So it's not so much like the creation process that I'm worried about. It's more so of like again like the time management, but long term I want to be more consistent, you know. I want to collab with other artists as well. That's definitely something that's on my list to do. And to really kind of find my sound, you know. Excuse me. I'm also looking forward to like trying to make my own beats and stuff like that. So I would really love to do that because I find myself like kind of going on beats that like are already professional, already used, and so I only have so much room to go with those beats because I can't really upload them onto YouTube and like it kind of like limits you. It restricts like your
Yeah.
ability to like make any money if you can, you know.
Dude, yeah, the streaming game is tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, it is, bro. Especially like going about like monetizing content because
Hmm.
man, it's like the NFL, man. There's like more rules every year.
Right, right.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
hell yeah. I thought Vic was gonna say something after he said that urban water, but I was like, okay, okay.
I couldn't do that. I was like midway through the sip, and I just that's some good ass water.
It is some good water, bro. That's why honestly I thought you were so I could take my sip. Lord Jesus. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's been cool, dude, and we still have a couple of comments over here, dude. I mean, RM's hella
bless you.
tuning in. RM, shout out, dude, and shout out to the city of Vista, of course. Man, he was like, urban water is dank. He said that. It's right there. I read it.
There you go.
And then we got Quills on 10 saying part 3. Hey, I think he's been one of those viewers that were in and out, throughout the whole IG running.
There you go. There you go. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then do we got any more comments?
Well, yeah, Louis is the one chatting up over here with RM, dude. He said, I ain't sacrificing myself again to be Cell. I think they're talking about Dragon Ball Z. I'm not too sure. Piccolo,
Bro, what
see,
was that conversation?
Piccolo.
Trying to save Gohan and ask if someone's back.
Yeah, because Piccolo's off today.
Yeah.
But he's always busy, man. He's doing something over there.
Gohan was having a hard time, so I had to talk to him.
Word. Yeah, no, but it's been great. How'd you like in the episode, Aisha?
I love it. I love what you guys are doing here. I'm really like happy and proud of all of you guys. I think you guys are doing dope shit, and I don't think y'all should stop no time soon at all.
Thank you.
Shit, I've been saying the same thing to you too. Like honestly, bro, you like ever since I known you, you always been like a hustler. Like you've been like having like your own vision, like in life that you just want to, go get what you want and just achieve in life. Is how I've known you, and honestly, you are right up to the task because you're just, knocking them down and you're just leveling up each time, bro. Honestly,
Thank you.
and that's dope as hell.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try like really, really hard, to like concrete my visions and to like not be or do what I see other people doing, kind of be in my own lane,
Yeah.
And that's not always easy because sometimes people want to take you out of your lane so that you could be in theirs, So that's what it's been about for me is like really like understanding my lane and like being like, okay, like I like this. Like, no, don't make me go over there because I don't like that. I like where I'm at, and I want to expand in my lane too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just want to go ahead and focus on like your business point of view,
Right.
and you're gonna go ahead and set the goals for yourself and achieve it. And at the same time, don't let other distractions or even like other opportunities, because like you said, like other people go ahead and try to get into your lane, or
Right.
like try to get you in their lane.
Right.
At the same time, it's like don't look at like every opportunity as a good opportunity, but try to avoid distractions from like the
Right.
main mission in life,
Yeah.
because that's honestly how the way you put it, that's honestly how I'll take it. Like, like people will try to get you in their lane. So, but it's like kind of like a little distraction because you're already right here. You're already
they're
on the
trying
mission.
to steal your energy.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. And then you never know, like them taking you out of your lane could benefit them somehow. So you have to watch that too.
Oh, true, but that's the griminess in the industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. Yeah, because don't forget, folks, out of all the positivity that does go around, you also always got to watch the signs and the patterns.
Mhm.
And, just take care of yourselves, honestly. Just trust your intuitions
Mhm.
Believe in yourself,
Yeah.
and also like Aisha, just have faith that things will work out. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you do got to have that. Because we don't all have the answers. Humans are not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and
Right.
we all don't even have the answers. But somewhere down there, you can't tell me like you don't believe like it's not going to work out. You do believe in a small type of form and way that it will work out, and that's all you need, honestly, as the main automotive and like your main backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Everybody, hope you took some notes because this was a great episode.
Yeah.
I got one question.
All right, so
What's
Louis
your,
over here
what's
got a
your
question.
wildest grooming story?
My wildest grooming story.
Ooh,
Okay, my
good
wildest
one.
grooming story. Damn.
Because you got that rule of saying no aggressive pets.
Yeah, you said no bad dogs. So,
Yeah.
how many good dogs did you have?
I want to tap into what you said earlier about the faith, and I'm gonna answer this. But that faith is very, 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 very important, right? And I just recently like learned that you can have faith, but we already all have faith. But what happens is if we have unbelief attached to that faith, that unbelief is gonna like come forward more. So I think it's important that like other people know that too, you know? We already all have a certain capacity of faith. We all think we need to believe more. We're already in the process of having that. We already embody that essence. So it's really about getting rid of the unbelief. That way the faith can work. So I just wanted to drop that in there. But as far as you guys are talking about the most difficult dog I had, or like the most craziest dog event that occurred with me, was when I got bit by a dog. That shit was fucked up. It's bad. It's really, really bad. And these are the things, again, like we learn these lessons so that we can have certain processes and change things and update things how we need them to. And when this happened, I was it wasn't that I was really accepting aggressive dogs. I just wasn't expecting that this dog was gonna bite, you know? And I was clipping his toenails, and then he just like turned around and like grabbed my lip. And my lip was like open. I had to get stitches. I had to leave. I had all the customers that were at my shop. I had to tell them to come pick up their dogs because I had to go to the hospital. And that was a very, very, that motherfucking event right there was like so life changing because that happened to me. Then a multitude of other bad things happened. Like it started, they say when it rains, it pours. Like that shit was nonstop from there. Like having a dog, you know, take a piece of your lip out is like, pretty stressful. But then like for the next week to have like my grandma die, and then the week after that to be like the same week actually having my appendix taken out was just like insane. It was like way too much, way too
Oof.
much. Yeah. So that again, like that kind of goes back to like making sure that you are like living your life on your own schedule and like slowing down enough so that you can tell what you need to take out and what you need to put in, because boundaries again are very, very important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, those boundaries, like they'll come into play everywhere. But I
Oof.
survived.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
safe.
honestly, if
Nobody
you
can
never men-
tell.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
didn't
Nobody would
mention
ever be
it,
able to tell. No one would ever be able to know. But I fucking know. You know?
man, tough one.
Yeah, a tough one.
Great question that Louis asks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got more
Than what he was
what he was
expecting,
expecting.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always keep it real. I'm always keep it 100. And people think, oh, you get to just play with dogs and, you get to love on them. And yeah, a lot of it is that. And it's great for a personality type like me because I really do enjoy like making dogs feel happy. Like I love when their tails are wagging and when they feel safe with me. But there's an aspect to this shit where it's very fucking dangerous, and it's a lot of responsibility because these are people's babies. And that's why I just can't have no bullshit going on. Or, I can't tolerate people the same way I used to tolerate them because my mission is this line of work is important, you know?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna ask a question that all viewers want to know since you are a dog groomer.
Yeah.
What kind of dog you have?
Oh, I was gonna bring him. I was gonna bring him
You
today.
should've.
I should have brought my little baby. My dog is he's a 3-pound Yorkie.
There you go.
Yeah, he's so
Okay.
cute. He's so cute. He's so little. He's got like the little tongue hanging out on the side.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
He's like
That's a
really,
cool
really
little dog.
small, like real little, like you could take him
It
anywhere.
reminds me of like a cartoon character, honestly, bro. I'm like, damn, that's cute. That's cute. I'll give it that. That's a cute ass dog right there, man.
Straight adorable.
Small too, really. It really, yeah.
Like little, like this bottle, like smaller than this, actually. Like, yeah, like he's like really little, like real tiny.
Well, okay, so you could almost throw them in your pocket, huh?
Yeah, I could throw him in my pocket, throw him in my car. He goes, "We be mobbing, we mob for sure."
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Great answer. Do we have any more comments going on YouTube or
Uh,
on
I
Instagram?
don't, I don't think so. Dude. I think that was about it. I mean, Alan over there said Modelo, and over here,
It
Louis had a
says
crying
I
emoji, and that
can't
was kind of
think
it.
liquor every time I take a shot, I throw up. Yeah.
Oh, back to like the alcohol segment. Okay.
Yep. And I can't drink liquor every time I take a shot, I throw up. Yeah. Oh, that's what it says.
Yeah, some shots are rough.
But 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 he also said Modelo.
Modelo's good. I love beer. I was a beer girl for a long time.
Oh damn, what was your go-to?
When in the beginning it was like Bud Ice.
Oh wow,
Remember
those
Bud Ice?
days.
Remember that?
Hell yeah.
It went from Bud Ice to Mickey's to Coors, and then straight to Stone IPA,
Stone IPA.
and then it went back to like Coors.
For sure.
Yeah,
You remember the 32-ounce Miller High Lifes and shit?
I do. My grandma used to drink those. That was her drink right there. That was her drink.
What was like what was the title said? Like the champagne of malt liquor?
Champagne of beers.
Champagne of beers.
Damn, that's some
Yeah.
good ass marketing right there.
That's a pretty good damn beer. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Solid.
I remember that because if you didn't get a 40 ounce right there, then that's like the kind of 32 ounce you would get like by default. But that's just the way I remember it. And then also like the default liquor bottle that was easy to get would be E&J. But E&J would be like the worst drink to do.
Oh my god, Erkin jerk.
Rough. Super rough. That's a
Yeah.
rough shot right there.
Yeah, bro.
E&J, damn, took me back.
I know, right? I'm pretty sure if I said that, like people out there are gonna be like, yeah, because we're all gonna have that flashback there real quick.
It happens, dude. I'm pretty sure everybody felt it
He said
too.
regrets.
My boy Louis said regrets.
Or Loco got them regrets for sure.
Oh, look, you guys remember when those came out?
Oh, the whole scandal, dude.
Yeah.
People dying.
Oh,
yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Forgot
just
about
because
that.
they got like too crazy with the ingredients or some shit like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Four Locals
And
and Mad Dogs.
Mad
Well,
Dogs.
Mad Dogs have always been pretty decent. I think not bad for the price.
Mad Dog 2020.
It'll get you, bro. I can only do the orange one
Ugh,
and sometimes the blue one. I don't know about the other ones.
I could not drink Mad Dogs.
You can't do
It was
Mad
easier
Dogs?
for me to drink Four Locos than it was to do Mad Dogs for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're
What about-
strong.
What about you, Vic?
Me, damn, dude. I used to like hurricanes. You know, like
Ooh.
cobras. Like, yeah,
Oh, you know,
Sidewalk
drinking
slammers.
while they're cold.
yeah.
Or else
Yeah,
you gotta
and
stand
Bud
up
Ice,
there.
dude. That's why when she said Bud Ice, I was like, damn, those days. Wow.
The baby faces.
Yeah, but now we on some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're into the urban water for sure.
You know?
Honestly, bro, it's just been going down like 1 to 1, like to one head, huh?
Yep.
I honestly never saw that direction coming, bro. Like, wow. Like, put me like at a different point in my life, like I would probably be sipping on a 40 ounce right now, you know? I don't know, I probably would have still done 211 or Old English. Because, you know,
Last year.
if you got to drink, then you might as well make it count. A year and 6 months, Louis. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Once again, this is the Kick It Podcast brought to you by the Kick It Labs. Episodes every week. We on Mondays, we on Wednesdays, and you can catch us out there also doing some stuff. Yo, including this. Do you think we should let our folks know?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so August 12th. Am I correct, Louis? April 12th. This is why I got Louis. April 12th. We'll be doing a live podcast right at South O Brewery. You can catch us right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. First time that we go to South Old Brewery and especially to do something like this where it's a live podcast. So everybody who wants to see us do this live, just pull up on the 12th on a Wednesday at South Old Brewery, man. It's gonna be dope. and very special. Just we got some gifts.
It's gonna be a great moment because it's not like we're gonna be looking for like comments like on the social media. We're gonna be looking for comments in the crowd a little bit if you do pay attention to the conversation. And also, who knows who might even pop up at this event, you know? Hell, you never know. We might got an extra mic just laying around and we just do a quick one. Honestly,
Yes, sir.
it'll be like the good old times with Louis.
Yeah, like, yep.
Yes,
Brewery
sir.
days.
Yeah, the brewery days. Damn. Shout out. I do want to give a shout out now that we bring that up to Oceanside Brewery Company.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
Hell yeah. And also shout out to the dive bars that Louis found themselves in San Diego when he was on his
All
when
the dive
when
bars,
he
every
was at
single
the
one.
mission. Yeah, my boy Louis was going ham, huh?
Yeah, shout out.
Is that
Daddy
EJ?
and Jay.
You got a couple comments on the MG though.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Do we got a couple of comments on the IG, my boy?
Yeah, I guess so. We have Close on 10 saying, can we get an episode together? Mrs. Banks. Okay.
Okay, that's coming soon then.
Yeah, it's coming soon, actually. Yeah.
There you go. So you're gonna get an episode soon. And Hustle and Motivated 22 saying coming through. So all right. Well,
Oh.
we'll see you here.
Oh hell
Pull
yeah,
up.
bro!
Hey.
I see you in a bit. Hell yeah! And Aisha, how do you think about the Kick It podcast so far? Have you caught any of the episodes? And if so, which ones have you caught, and which one has been your favorite so far?
I watched the Urban Water episode. That one was really, really cool. And then I watched Markel's episode as well. And
Markel episode was dope.
yeah, that was lit.
Yeah,
That was
he had
really
some
lit.
good stories on that episode, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if you haven't tapped in on that episode yet, Quails on 10, we did an interview with him. That was last season.
Yeah, last
Last
last year. But it was cool, dude. Of course, just here at the studio doing what we do.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. But yeah. Hey, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
For sure. And once again, this is Kick It Podcast. Hey Vic,
What's up?
I think we should give a shout out to the sponsors.
I think so too, dude. And of course, shout out to everybody who's been tuning in, man. If you made it on the Spotify, on the Apple Podcast, on the YouTube this far, we owe you a gift. So screenshot it. Shoot a DM. We got you a gift. But of course, shout out to the shout out
That
to all
was
the
so many
sponsors.
subliminal messages.
Natalie's Fashion, Street Knowledge Hydraulics. You already know what the deal is, man. The Draft, OAW, All Side Sports Bar and Grill for old school Saturdays, women's workout wear. And I don't know what I'm missing, dude.
Full Metal Burgers and Urban Water.
There you go. Got him.
Yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Honestly, this has been a great episode so far. I like it. I like this episode. It's been a lot of gems, a lot of good conversations going around.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Aisha. It was really refreshing, dude. Like, I don't think we talk about stuff like that enough. And I think we should definitely change that, you know? I think people should open up on how they feel on the inside a little bit more.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of like one of the things in life is like our generation is like very surface level, you know, for the most part, you know, it's like everything that we see, we're tempted by, like, oh my God, this person is doing that. You know, it's like so much outside external influences that enlighten us more than what is in within, you know?
Mm.
And I don't know, you know, it's kind of like, you got to get in here.
Yeah,
You got to get in here first, you know?
It's all like everything looks fine and good like on the outside, but like you're trying to look in, and then that's just a whole different story because you really don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Like anything could be said and done in that book, and the title could just be all glamorous and like looking good and everything, you know. Like a Bible, you know, you got the good, like they got good leather cover.
The cover?
Yeah, cover on it, you know, like the pictures on it look nice and everything, but everything's just, you know, could be trials and tribulations and just like stories of those. So it's tough. That's one example of that. God damn, that Bible did have some answers, huh?
But thanks for saying that, Vic. It's not always easy to open up about things that like or challenges that you've gone through. But I feel like, sometimes some of the stuff that we go through, we can help other people with where we've been, and I feel like, we all kind of owe that to one another, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, Aisha, one more time, where can people find you at through the IG? Do you have any other social medias or website?
Yeah. So my Instagram is _ Goddess Banks, and that's pretty much the only thing I'm using right now. Yep.
Then how about for your business? Same thing?
The website for the business is redcarpetgrooming.org. And our Instagram for that one is, I think it should be Red Carpet Grooming. It should be Red Carpet Grooming on Instagram. Yep. Yes.
And once again, can you give a shout out to the location and the address?
Yeah. So we're located on 1124 South Coast Highway, nearest the Baskin Robbins and O'Reilly's Auto Parts. And for all new clients, you want to book online. That's how we take our clientele. And yeah, don't come in there with no aggressive dogs.
No aggressive dogs, no
aggressive
bad dogs, please.
No aggressive dogs.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This has been such a great episode. Yo, I'm glad that this interview went ahead and happened. And we do appreciate you, Aisha, for tapping in and kicking it with us right here at the labs.
Thanks.
Honestly, it's been a great episode.
Thanks.
Been loving like the comments going on, the communication and the vibes has just been going on. But this is the Kick It podcast. This is where you come to kick it. This is where you feel the vibes. And this is where we go ahead and conversate about life, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Always. You already know. And if you guys took some notes, let us know, man. What was your favorite part about this episode?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Any last words, Louis?
Yeah, I think he says he's good.
I think my man says he's good too. All right, then, yo. With that being said, yo, catch us around next time around. Thank you for sipping up with us. Thank you for toking up with us. Thank you for kicking it.
Yeah.
Music's loud, we dance around, screaming life.